Hello, I'm Chelsea Penner, a love mentor and dating coach. If you haven't already yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate everything that you guys do watching my videos. I will pour out as much content as I can for you. And if you haven't already yet, then click that bell for notifications as well. Today I would like to talk to you about the #1 mistake that women make in dating. It's 2019, and in 2019, women take on somewhat of a masculine role in society, way more than ever before. We have jobs that make us feel more like men than ever before. We have timelines, we have to finish things with urgency, there's a lot of stress and a lot of cortisol, so we feel like men. And because we feel like men in the workplace, sometimes we bring that over to our personal lives. And one way women do that is with sex. And because women feel like they don't need a man, they can pay their own bills, then they also feel like they don't really need a man for a relationship, so they just have sex with them. And when it comes to dating, this is the #1 mistake that women make in relationships, is having sex with a man too fast. Now, I know that this is a hookup culture and people want to express their sexuality and they want to be free to make whatever choices you want. And I hear that and I understand that. But let me use an example. In the stock market, when you purchase a stock, you want that stock price to stay at the same level you purchased it at or raise, so that that stock goes up in value or you don't lose value in that stock, right? So let's compare that stock with your vagina. Now, if you're just giving that value to just anybody without anything in return, no value in exchange, nothing, not even a love language of any sort, then what you're doing is you're plummeting the stock of your vagina. Not only your own, but the entire female race. So let's think about that for a second. You're plummeting female stock. Now, why is this a problem? Let's think about it. Women always give sex in exchange for something, whether you realize it or not. That is the deep physical and physiological and biological need for sex with women. We're exchanging it in exchange for something. So, what is it that you're exchanging it for? Well, if you are mature and evolved and understand and love yourself, usually you exchange it for relationship security. Women exchange sex for relationship security because the biological need for women is security and safety. And again, whether you realize this or not, whether you have just gone your life without diving deep into yourself and understand your deep-rooted needs for certain things you do, that is ultimately what it comes down to with estrogen, because with women, we're more dependent on men for security, for providing, etc., because we are actually more stressed out in the workplace. And the study shows that we have 50% higher cortisol in the workplace than men. So we rely on men for either providing financial needs or emotional needs to de-stress from work. Either or, we actually need men more than we think. So we need men for relationship security because we need that trust. Trust is very important to us because we're more dependent. The independent part of us is masculine. The female part of us is dependent. But it's good to have a balance, of course. I'm not saying that women should be, dependent and be a housewife. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying we have balance, feminine needs and masculine needs. So, again, the core need we have with sex is security and connection. Because if you just wanted an orgasm, you could use a vibrator, right? And you're not doing that if you're hooking up with men. So you're actually wanting a deeper connection. There's also another energy exchange that women have in exchange for sex, and that is validation. That's usually why this hookup culture happens the way it does. So women want to feel validated externally that they're worthy. So you realize that that's not healthy, correct? Because you understand that if you had self-love and self-worth, which takes work, because low self-worth can get passed down generation to generation in females, and it's very easy to have low self-worth as a female. So I understand the need to validate yourself and your self-worth in a man. I get it. However, understand that that's not healthy. Understand that any man truly would probably have sex with you if you walked up to him and say, hey, let's have sex. That does not mean that you're a worthy human being. You know, you're a worthy human being no matter what. It doesn't mean that you're pretty, or it doesn't mean that you're gorgeous, or whatever you're trying to validate of yourself. It doesn't mean it. Because a man has needs, and if he gets approached for sex, he's probably going to say yes if he's available and interested, and you know, whatever the case may be. The statistics are pretty high. That should not say anything about your self-worth. Self-worth comes from inside. Now, if a man loves you, then he'll give you relationship security. So you see the difference between sex and relationship security? If you give a man sex, he's not going to give you relationship security. That's just part of being in a relationship. So I hope this makes sense. Now, again, I want you to understand that sleeping with a man too fast can actually make the man not like you. And I know this sounds crazy, but Dr. John Gray, he's the author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. And he spoke about what actually happens to the male hormones when he sleeps with you too fast. According to the male hormones, their testosterone is boosted when they first sleep with you because you're new, but then his attraction to you almost completely disappears if you give him what he wants too fast. So if you're wondering why he hasn't called you back, or whatever's going on, it's because he might not be attracted to you anymore based on what's going on with his testosterone. It jumps up because you're new, and then spikes way down if he gets what he wants too fast, if he doesn't pursue, he doesn't appreciate what's not valuable. So again, I'm going to tie this back into value, and I'm going to end with this. If you give a man sex too early, the value of what you're offering, which is your body, and your body is a temple, your body is holding your soul, and sex is an energy exchange that is spiritual and deep. And if you're giving him that power, it should mean that you have a connection deeper than just sex. It should mean that you like him and that you trust him enough with your body. So many things can go wrong with sex. You want to make sure if you're stuck in a situation, you're stuck with someone you actually like. So if you're giving a man sex too early, you're dropping the value of yourself, your body, and you're dropping the value of the feminine as a whole. That is the #1 mistake women make in dating. Thank you so much for watching. I'll have many more videos for you if you can help me by just clicking that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And if you can click on that little bell for notifications so you can get the first notification that a new video is out for you, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing day, and you all deserve love.